and gentlemen, my computer's being a bitch again. It's always being a bitch to me. Before we get started with TNA review, I'm going to tell you about one of their pay-per-views that TNA has already recorded. They've recorded their pay-per-view Hardcore Justice, and to me, it just doesn't look like that Bully Ray is the world champion. I don't know when this pay-per-view is, but it doesn't look like it. It's going to be in the Impact Zone. What they plan to do with the titles sometime down the line, I'm not real sure, is they plan to have Hulk Hogan hold the title. To me, that's a bigger load of shit than why I take in the toilet in there. Don't do it, because it's like the load of shit I take in there while The Rock is WWE Champion right now. That's what it's going to be like to me. Don't do it. To get on with the show, you had 2 segments and then a match. First segment was Aces and Eights comes out. D'Lo Brown, Anderson, and Devon speak, and D'Lo talks about how he was terminated from his business side of TNA. He can still wrestle, he just can't be the businessy D'Lo Brown. And then Kurt Angle walks out, attacks D'Lo Brown before he's saved by the All-Stars. Joey Ryan talks to Brooke Hogan after that backstage and says he wants to be the Knockouts ref, the new Knockouts ref. And she says, okay, you can't touch the Knockouts and all this, you can't do all these different things. And he's like, well, I'm ready to go right now as it is. I got my white shirt on, my black pants on, my zero print thong on. I really wish, TNA, you would have picked some other word. You could have said boxers. Some other word besides zebra print and thong on a man. Those 2 combinations are disgusting. I hope you're happy. Because I'm freaking deaf now from hearing that. And I'm still vomiting in the toilet from hearing that. My lord. After that, you had your first match of the night. Your TNA Knockouts match. Tag team match. Which was Gail Kim or Gail Irvine. Why Gail Irvine? Because she's married to Robert Irvine from the Food Network. She teamed up with Tara to take on Taryn Terrell and Velvet Sky. Taryn Terrell, if you don't know who she is, she's the former ECW general manager. She's known as Tiffany from WWE, and she was married to Drew McIntyre. I don't know if they're still together or if they're divorced, but they're in 2 different companies, so I'm going to say they're divorced right now. Joey Ryan was the referee. He massaged Velvet Sky during this match. And then your weird moment happened in the bottom left-hand corner during this match. You had what they introduced, a Dixie Carter action figure. I've got action figures in my closet right now, and none of them are Dixie Carter. I've only got 1 female action figure because she was the best, to me, the best female athlete ever. Trish Stratus. Okay? That was your weird moment of the night. To continue, you had a contract signing for the tag team titles next week in Corpus Christi, Texas. You had Bobby Roode and Austin Aries, the tag team champions, talking in a contract signing against Chavo, Guerrero, and Hernandez. Now, Bobby Roode is wrong about one thing. He said that him and Aries have been world champion, but then he points to Chavo and says, you've never been champion, and Hernandez, you've never been champion. That's where he's wrong. Chavo has been a world champion. But you might be saying, no, he hasn't. He hasn't been the WWE champion. He hasn't been the world heavyweight champion in WWE. What world champion has he won? The ECW world champion. He was the top man in ECW at WrestleMania 24 because he lost it to Kane that year in I think that was 8 seconds, I believe. I don't know. But he was the ECW World Champion. I guarantee you, if you go and watch it, you'll see it. Or, heck, go look it up. Look it up. Look it up on Wikipedia. Type in WrestleMania 24. It'll give you all the listings, who beat who, and it'll say Chavo Guerrero, champion, ECW World Champion versus Kane. He was the World Champion. So you're wrong, Bobby Roode. You're wrong. And you're wrong, TNA, so fuck you. The match is going to be 2 out of 3 falls. If Chavo and Hernandez loses, they can't team up together, ever. Then you have your gut check match, which these matches are really no big of a deal. They're mediocre. They're really not that good. You had a guy named Adam Pearce, who I've never heard of, versus a guy named Magno, who I call the Rey Mysterio wannabe, and Magno won that. Backpaced a little bit. The winner of the tag team Divas knockouts match was Gail Kim and Tara. Fast forward. Magno's Rey Mysterio wannabe looks just like him, just no tattoos, really, that I didn't see, and his mask looks almost the exact same. After that, you got Aces and Eights talking to AJ Styles saying, we want you to join us. You had Angle and Joseph Parks talking backstage about the main event, a 10-man tag team match main event. Hogan called out, Hulk Hogan that is, called out AJ Styles, and AJ Styles was carrying the Aces and Eights jacket that Aces and Eights gave him. Known as, I think it was like supposed to be the Prospector or something like that. James Storm interrupted, and we don't know what's supposed to happen there. Something's going to happen because next week AJ Styles is supposed to give his decision to Hulk Hogan whether or not he's with TNA or with Aces and Eights. I really hope he's with Aces and Eights because to me it would be a great story. I thought he was going to be the original president, but he's not. I was wrong. I should have seen Bully Ray. But that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Then you had your X Division title, well, not X Division title, your X Division match, more like. You had Sanjay Dutt, Mason Andrews, who I've never heard of, and Petey Williams. I never heard of him for a while until I heard the name of his finisher. The Canadian Destroyer is back in TNA. If you don't know what the Canadian Destroyer is, it's an amazing finisher. The guy might have a funny name, Petey Williams, but he's got an amazing-ass finisher. It is awesome. Petey Williams won this match by using the Canadian Destroyer. It's like a pile driver powerbomb type thing. It looks awesome. Go look it up. Go look and see what this thing looks like. It is amazing looking. After that, you had your Aces and Eights main event segment. There, Bully Ray says, I want you guys to represent. I want you guys to win. And I got a little surprise from my wife at the end of the show. After that, you had your main event. Your 10-man tag team match with Aces and Eights versus the All-Stars. If you don't know who the All-Stars are, I'll catch you up. The All-Stars are Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Magnus, Joseph Park, who is Abyss. They say he's Abyss's brother, but he's not. It's really Abyss, just with no mask on. And Eric Young. Yes, Eric Young is back. Because this show is doing apparently shitty. During the match, at one point, Devon was laying on the mat, and he does a Booker T spinneroonie to get back up. That was funny. Aces and Eights won this match. And then you had your final segment to close the show, which was Bully Ray calling out Brooke Hogan, saying, hey, look, we're still married, and next week in Corpus Christi, Texas, I got you these 2 tickets for, I don't know why 2, she's only one person, for next week's TNA when I beat Jeff Hardy and Full Metal Mayhem. Something wrong about the name of this title? Oh yes, it's a TLC match. Full Metal Mayhem would be better if you did it like this. Not tables, because that's wood. If you did a ladder, chairs, and like a steel cage. That's all Full Metal. Just call it what it is. Call it a TLC match. Because that's exactly what it is. It's tables, ladders, and chairs, and you're calling it Full Metal Mayhem. I could call it TLC. Full Metal Mayhem could be like a freaking, I don't know, steel cage, like I said, with the ladder and chairs, with a Hell in a Cell over it. That would be sweet. That is all Full Metal, not wood. There should be no wood involved, but there is. It's a TLC match next week for the World Heavyweight Championship. While this was going on, Bully Ray was talking to Brooke, and Jeff Hardy's music hits. They start fighting each other. Show ends. Now, this, which is the biggest night on my channel, will be happening on Saturday. This right here is WrestleMania predictions. Okay? After what they plan to do for Smackdown tonight pisses me off so bad that I gotta tell you guys this right here, right now. Okay? This big announcement that Vince McMahon has is concerning WrestleMania, okay? And for the WrestleMania match, apparently he wants every champion represented. You should represent them earlier, not this late, not 2 days before WrestleMania. Because WrestleMania is supposed to be the pay-per-view that ends all rivalries. That you fucking end everything. You end the Shield. You end rivalries. You end feuds. This isn't supposed to be the pay-per-view that happens. But apparently there's supposed to be two pre-show matches. The United States title and the Intercontinental title. Which we know about the Intercontinental title. That's your Hollywood match. I'll explain that on pay-per-view prediction night. But they wanted to have Antonio Cesaro taking on Sin Cara. When the actual fuck did these guys start fighting each other? When the actual fuck did this rivalry even start? You're not even gonna have a opening package promo. You just threw this match out. You just pulled this match out of your ass and threw it in the card. What the hell? And then apparently you're gonna add Caitlyn and AJ to the tag team title match. Well, way to fucking go! Way to ruin that match now. I told you to put them in the singles match, and you're putting them in the tag team title match. Yes, the tag team titles will still be on the line, but at least put the Divas title on the line too. That would make that match even better. But enough about that. Tonight is SmackDown, and after SmackDown, we're going to have what is going to be... I love the way that the guy did it, I guess it was like back in 03, and he called it the Smackdown Rebound. That was amazing. I love the way they did it back then. That'll do it for this edition of TNA Review. Tune in later tonight, and tune in tomorrow for WrestleMania 29 cards. Now, like I said, there's probably going to be another one added and 2 people added. Another match added, 2 people added to this. But we'll find out tonight. Tune in to SmackDown Rebound. I still love that. Later on tonight, after SmackDown, I'd say probably 30 minutes after it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a nice day.